Hey guys, so I ordered a bunch of stuff for my 2000 Argo 8x8 Conquest. Mainly tires, because my tires are just completely ass-balled. 3 on this side don't even hold air anymore. So, went ahead and bought 9 tires, the 24-inch. So these are those new Frontier 24-inch swim tires Argo makes. They're about $230 a piece. Rim for the spare tire, because since I'm going up from a 22-inch tire to a 24-inch tire, I wanted a spare tire as well, so I had to have a rim and tire. And I'm also going to be converting the individual lever pull to the well, it's a MX style or BMX style handlebar that twist. Got them all put on the rims. I went through and I measured the circumference of each tire, because these are going to be, I'm going to be surprised if they don't rub. There's only so much room between the tires, you know. Those 2 back tires have the most amount of room. Those 2. And then the front and the second. The first and the second tire, probably the narrowest. So there may be a chance that these tires are going to rub. We're going to find out. Anyways, I measured them, and these things went every this tire right here. What is it? I marked it. So this one is 73.5 inches in, essentially, you know, the outer diameter, circumference, right? Whereas that back one back there, 76 inches. So that is the size of the variation in size between these tires. So crazy. Essentially, I'm putting the smallest ones I can find up front, because from the first axle to the second axle was the narrowest on this. And then from the second to the third, you know, a little bit wider, and so on and so forth. But let's get these things on and see if they're going to rub or not. So on this side, the smallest tire was 74 inches. So that might be a problem, because like I said, the other one's 73.5 inches. So it's going to be fun. But I have 5 pounds of air in each one of these tires. So I typically run 3 pounds of air in my Argo tires. So I'm losing a couple of pounds of air will definitely shrink the diameter of the tires as well. So that's what I'm going to end up probably doing. But I can't believe how much difference there is in the size. Like this one's, you know, that size, and then these back ones are like massive, 75 to 76 inches, you know, around. So well, let's get them fitted. So unfortunately my little isn't high enough here, the what I have the Argo sitting on. So I'm going to put the back tires on, set it down on the ground, and then pull the jack up to the front and jack it up and put the other tires on and keep my fingers crossed. So all right, here we go. All right, so they're all mounted, and as you can see, yeah, not a lot of clearance between those. Much better here though, a lot better. These two, they are touching. So remember, that one was like 74 or 73 inches, 74 inches. And this one was like 74 inches as well. But over here on this side, the clearance is fine. Argo, your guys' quality control sucks. Anywho, so this is the smallest tire. Like I said, it was 73.5. The other one's like 74. So that little bit made a difference on the other side. And again, these are running 5 pounds of air in them. That's much better right there. And same with here, not bad. So Yeah, these tires are pretty fucking hard for, by standard. So I am going to pull some more air out of them, which will decrease the circumference of the tire a little bit more, but I think that this is going to work. This is the only one that's going to be worrying me here if I let some air out. Because, like I said, really weird. But I'm going to let some air out and see how it does. All right. Alrighty, so I decreased the air pressure from the 5 pounds that I had them put in there when they mounted the tires down to 3 pounds each. And these things are still rock hard. I can barely push those in. So I'm going to take another pound out and go down to 2 psi. But that definitely helped. That 2 pounds of pressure I took out really made a difference. As you can see, pretty good. This side over here, the gaps are a lot smaller. So, look at that. This one's not so bad. This one's finally not touching. So, and I can roll it. Let's see, I'll put it in neutral. And I can roll it. So yeah, none of them are touching. So that's a good sign. Sorry, I don't have, I just installed that in the Twist BMX bike type handlebars from the pull levers. Updated it to a 2005-2007 model Argo now, and I'm really happy with that. I can't wait. But I still have to bleed those, so can't drive it around yet. But yeah, it made a world of difference. But like I said, these tires, the rubber, they're still hard as rocks. It feels like there's more than 3 pounds of pressure in these tires. I'm using a little gauge that actually will show me, so I'm going to drop another pound of pressure per tire. And as these tires wear in, because they'll wear in, the initial wear in and stuff, all the little rubber tits on it will come off, and see the spacing then. But that's awesome. That's really awesome. Really happy with these. Updating the Argo to the handlebar steering. Now I can cruise my property with one hand, and I can sip a beer, finally. Because with these, you have to constantly have 2 hands on to make the adjustments as you pull back on the levers and stuff. So this, pretty freaking cool. Really nice. I'm gonna be happy with that. Now I don't have to sell the Argo because I've been wanting a newer one because of the larger tire size and that handlebar steering. I just took this one and updated it. But man, talk about the skin of your teeth when it comes to the tire size on these things. If they didn't fit, I had planned on doing a individual suspension system for each tire. And I wouldn't have made it like crazy travel, like 8 inches worth of travel for a suspension on this. And I could have widened it from there. Because, if I put suspension arms on there, I could just kind of tilt them out a little bit and put some more space between those tires. Well, all right, guys. I hope this was helpful when it comes to putting tires on your Argo. Like I said, they come with 22s for the older ones anyways. For you guys who have the late 90s, early 90s, late 90s, or even in the 2000 range Argo Conquests, well, it's going to fit. If not, measure in between the center of your hubs, and I can do the same. And hit me up in the comments, and I'll give you those measurements so that you'll know if tires will fit on yours. When it comes to those Argo Response 8x8s, the body styles are slightly different, but overall they should have been the same dimensions. But Argo, I can measure between these two axles and measure between the other two axles, and I guarantee you there'll be anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch difference between those. So, quality control, who knows? The way they designed them, I don't know. But again, these tire sizes varied so much. 73.5 inches all the way up to 76 inches. That's ridiculous in tire size. All right. Hope this helps somebody out, and that looks good. And also, I gained a little over 1.25 inches of height too. I think it was a little bit more than that if I remember right, but I want to say it was 1.25 inches when I measured it. But looks good. All right, I'm going to drop another pound of air out of these tires just to make sure that they don't rub when I'm driving. All right, guys, thanks. We'll see ya.